We're gonna go ahead and demo the rest of this, build a temp wall, and we're gonna show you how to remodel your old dilapidated deck. Let's get the intro rolling. How do we do it?
This is some out in the boony stuff. CAC and Nate the Great here. Got our glue lamb beam, our tractor chains attached here to our tractor. What we're gonna do is put it in reverse, Terry, and see if we can get it to the patio, baby.
There you go. Three-quarter-inch drive, half-inch long bit. Got a show you here. Looks like it's a Cobra pair wedge. You gotta get the 7 inches. That's the only way you live life. We know there's a structural footing right here because it didn't break through the concrete. There's still concrete. See that? Concrete at the bottom. All right.
Are you talking to yourself?
Talking to the camera.
What
Here.
up, world?
What up, world? Put your nut on. Just enough. Right there so it's flush. And then we gotta use this. We gotta use Nathan's hammer. I mean, look at it. He's a framer. Look what he uses.
One, but
yeah, because you stole the
Jacker.
No, you stole the DeWalt. Looks good. Line up with the concrete here. A little bit more. Good, nice and flush. There you go. Okay, we are now ready to install our beam. We use the Bosch laser to mark exactly where the level line is, and then we measured up so we're level across right there. Okay, we leveled it out. We attached it to our temp wall to kind of temporarily support it. We're using these 2x4s so the beam doesn't pass and fall down, locks it in place. And let's get the skid steer and let's get this beam up and ready. We are now going to start putting our rafters and sistering them up. First and foremost, we got every single rafter, ran it through the table saw. Before we ran it through the table saw, we put an X where the crown's at. So we know where the crown's at. We then cut the bottom of the crown nice and perfectly at 9 1/4. Some were 9 1/4, some were 9 1/2, some were 9 5/8. So now every single board is 9 1/4. We are then going to sister it up right there, as you can see that. We're making it flush with the bottom right there. It's all flush and flush on the end. And as you can see, it sticks over just a hair. See that? So now we have a solid place to screw. We're gonna screw them all in place. We're then gonna come back and we're gonna bolt them all. Nate, tell us what we're gonna do here.
Our sister boards are already up. To solidify those and strengthen those, we got some galvanized, you know, weatherproof, waterproof, everything. 5-inch bolts going into the side. We're gonna then use another washer on the backside here with this lock ring washer. And that's gonna suck the board in at the top and then make those nice and tight.
Christian here, Everything Residential. I'm gonna show you a couple quick tips and how-tos when you're rebuilding an old dilapidated deck. Take a look at the deck. We're up on top here. A little risky, a little dangerous, but we live life on the wild side. So as you see here, this is the old deck. It's rotted. It has a rotted top. I mean, some part, that's still pretty good, but a lot of it's rotted, as you can see, and the screws won't hold well. Especially like right here. See that? Ain't no screw holding in that. So what we did is we got some 2x10s and we sistered them. And when we sistered them, we actually made a lip. We raised it up a 1/4 inch. So this 2x10, since it's so old, it's only 9 inches. Our new 2x10s come at 9.5. We ripped it down a 1/4 inch. We have a 1/4 inch top, fresh things to screw into. Let's talk about how we're sistering it. As you can see here, we have a galvanized 1/2 inch bolt rated for outside. We then use a washer, a lock nut, and then a nut, and it locks it in place. Now, lumber from Home Depot can be wet, so when you're done with the project, come back and double tighten, tighten everything again. So you tighten it the first time, after a couple days, once the wood dries out, it's Arizona sun, tighten it again because the wood could shrink, okay? So we have 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3 to sister them up. We are then using this GRK lag screw. It's 2 7/8 right here. And so we're screwing it together like that and it sinks it in. It's a pan head, and this is a structural screw. We're using 3 bolts and we're using 6 lag screws for every board. Now, the new board is actually bearing on our beam or glue lam. So the most important part is over here on this side, right here. A lot of it bears right here on this side. We're structurally good over there. So we're making sure we're putting more of the bolts on this half of the structure, and then we're putting a lot of lag screws right here because this deck is cantilevering. The whole house cantilevers, so we can't open it up and attach it, with a ledger that sort of way, and it opens up a whole nother can of worms. So that's how we're sistering it. Okay, let's talk about our deck posts, or rail posts, I should say. So here's our post right here. Let's put these down on the ground. Here's how we're anchored right here. So we have our rim joist or our fascia board here. We got a couple pieces of blocking, and we're attaching it with this guy right here. We countersink the face of the board, so our boards are flush, and it goes through like this. You attach it, boom. And this right here creates a solid post. This is solid right here. Look at this, it's solid. Ain't moving anywhere, especially when you put all the rails up. One of the most solid ways to build it. You can also add additional blocking or however you want to do it. I think 2 of these is totally good enough, okay? So there's that. Now let's talk about how we're actually gonna build the deck. We need to have this extra blocking right here so our other deck boards can land and have something to fasten to. We're doing a hidden fastener with the clips. That's how we're gonna be doing it. So when it comes to the blocking, we live in Arizona, there's not much rain. However, if you go on Amazon or go to the stores and try to buy zip tape or some kind of deck tape to protect your joists, very expensive. We get like a 40, 50 foot roll of zip tape, it's like 30 bucks. Now, if you go to the Home Depot, you can get this stuff right here. It's called FortiFlash. It's a waterproof flashing membrane. It's made for roofs or for windows and doors. And if you see right here, it's self-adhesive, so it's a peel and stick. And right here, this is the most important part right here. Get a little closer so you can see this. It's window and door flashing, but it self-seals around nails and fasteners. So you get a 6-inch wide roll, and it's 75 feet for $28. So I think this is the best deal. Let's open it up here if I have a blade. Show you what it looks like. Now look at that. That's waterproof. We're protecting all of our joints and our cracks the more affordable way. You could get a Gucci t-shirt for $1,000, but it's still cotton. It's still the same stuff that Hanes sells. So this is more affordable. You get the same result and you still look fresh, okay? So that's how we do our flashing for a deck. This is one, it's not necessary, but to avoid the rut on the top rafters right here, we can flash it. So we're gonna get this all flashed, and we'll put a clip in it to show you guys what it looks like. This is just the meat and potatoes of how to, the pros, tips, and how-tos for the substructure of the deck. Now we'll probably fast forward here and jump to us putting the deck boards on, so we'll see you there. All right, we got a little perimeter on. You can see there's a nice reveal. It's a good little reveal. Get up there and see that. It's time for some deck boards again. All right, here we are. We got the deck right here behind me being built. Doing the railing. It's pretty much done. Look at this sexy kitty cat. Now check it out. We got Nathan up here putting the balusters. He's throwing them on right there. And you can see it's really clean looking. Look at that 45. It's all mitered right there. And top deck up there. Looks good. I'm gonna show you guys kind of how we work quickly here with our, you know, our systematic way of producing balusters. Put you right here. Watch how it's done.
Oh, I was talking about bolting them with the sister rafters, right?
Something.
Take a look at the final product. Take a look here at the final product. If you want us to build something like this for you, go ahead and give us a call at 480-798-7060. This is Nate the Great telling you subscribe, like, share with whoever may want to see. And you guys enjoy your weekend, okay? I'm out.